Hello, hello, hello. It's coffee time where we look at the news. Yeah, we're back. We're back to doing that. Who could have believed it, eh? Who could have believed that we're back doing that again? Yeah, we go to the Daily Mail News website. We're going to see what's going on out there. Well, King Chuck, he's in Australia with Camilla, and some of the Australians aren't liking it. Yeah, one of them, Lydia Thorpe. She's a senator. Here's some footage of her disrupting Charles's speech. Oh, wait a minute. Will there be an advert? Jumping the gun a bit there. Jump the gun a bit there. Because I forgot. There's adverts. There's always adverts, isn't there? There's always adverts. So you're out of practice. So yeah, here's old Chuck doing his speech. Going, yes, I'm the king now. Yes. And let's jump to the bit. Is she? Where is she? Is she there? They're all running. Oh, this is really. Oh, here it is. Look, she's going. Yeah. Ooh. Might be best if I put the window up. God, I'm out of practice. Sorry. There we go. Just getting it queued up. This is in Canberra, and there's Lydia Thorpe going, yeah. You're not my king, cobber. I imagine that's how she said it. And she's described as an indigenous Australian. She's a controversial character. She is, apparently. How is she controversial? Maybe when she throws her boomerang, it doesn't come back. That's the controversy. And then later she retweeted this rather distasteful cartoon, Not Our King. She just doesn't like it. She doesn't like it. Now the thing about it is, right, if Australia vote to, I don't know, stop being part of the Commonwealth and ditches the royal family, fair enough. But modern Australia wouldn't exist if it wasn't for us. And whenever anyone complains about colonialism, you should do the little thought experiment. And again, the same goes with slavery and all these things that we're charged with. You should do the thought experiment and think, what would the modern world look like without our involvement? Imagine if we decided just to stay at home. Let's stay at home. Let's not enslave the world with the British Empire. We're going to stay at home. Imagine if that happened. We'd have kept all the technology, all the culture, all the sanitary conditions that we introduced to people. Many things, railways, education. Whole cultures exist because of our influence. And imagine if we took that away. There should be like one of those films where they reimagine the present without our involvement. None of these people would be where they are. She wouldn't be doing that. Who knows what modern Australia would look like, or any part of the country, any kind of part of the world. Actually, our country would probably be very much the same. Except we probably wouldn't be. Was it so diverse? So yeah, there'd be a little bit diverse because we've been invaded a few times, but no one would want to come here because they've not got any claim to us because we've not had any claim on them. So I love those kind of thought experiments. So yeah, if anyone ever complains, just say to them, well, imagine if we hadn't have done any of this, how would it have gone then? But yeah, she didn't like it. So yeah, she ended her Thorpe ended her tirade by saying "F the colony." It's not a very nice thing to say. Very rude. Very rude. Very rude. Meanwhile, because there's at the end of the month, Labour's going to be doing a budget, and they reckon that high earners are targeted. They're going to be targeted in the. They're going after everybody. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Oh god, there's swathes about Liam Payne still. Just swathes. Swathes. Nope. Okay. There are some stories here, but you worry. Again, YouTube's very sensitive these days. I have to be very, very careful. Meanwhile, Ant and Dec. Which one's Ant? Which one's Dec? Which one's Ant? Which one's Dec? Nobody knows, but apparently it's been reported in the Telegraph, and they're re-reporting it here, that Ant and Dec helped promote the Saudi Public Investment Fund's takeover of Newcastle United. Yeah, the Tyneside Stars were asked to promote an article about opposition to the Premier League failing to approve the Saudi Public Investment Fund's takeover. Yeah, apparently former Magpies director Amanda Staveley promised that Anthony McPartlin and Declan Donnelly would push the article. Within 4 minutes, they'd shared it to Twitter. Here they are. Which one's Ant? Which one's Dec? Which one's Ant? Which one's Dec? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. So yeah. And this is the director who got them to do it. That's Amanda Staveley. She's the ex-director of Newcastle. Oh, so is that a conflict of interests? And yeah, so ooh. Is it the end for Ant and Dec? Probably not. But yeah, the takeover was eventually completed in September 2021 after there was initial kickback against it by the was it the Premier League or the Football Association? Well, no, Premier League, I think it was Premier League. Yeah. But Ant and Dec, it was Ant and Dec what won it. Got a bit of a tickle. Can't do that one. Who remembers Sarah Beanie? Do you remember? Anyone remember Sarah Beanie? She used to be on TV all the time back in the 2000s, I suppose. But apparently, here she is with her clan. She did have a recent show called New Life in the Country. It used to be that one. Was it on Channel 5? Have a Miserable Life in the Country? Love that one. But yeah, apparently she's in a bit of bother because Somerset Council say that she's extended her £3 million mansion, I guess you call it that, without permission. Yeah, this is a rural estate, Stony Stoke in Somerset. She bought it for £3 million back in 2018, and she agreed to knock down the original 1970s farmhouse, and then she went ahead extending the building without permission and applied retrospectively. But yeah, in May, that application was knocked back, and she's fighting back though. She's put in an appeal with the planning inspectorate, and it's they've submitted a 125-page document that argues the case. Here is the offending extension. So there you go. So I have to keep an eye on that one to see if she has to have it knocked down. Could take years though, couldn't it? Those things could take years to sort out. Meanwhile, the model who admitted who threw a milkshake over Nigel Farage. In fact, you can see her here. Here she is. That was when Farage was doing his walkabouts before the election. And here is the after effects. Well, anyway, she's admitted to throwing a milkshake in his face. Well, again, you know, and here is the offender. That's Victoria Thomas Bowen, and she's arrived at Westminster Magistrates Court. She admitted it. Again, hard not to, because she was videoed doing it and pictured doing it, and That was outside a pub in Clacton-on-Sea during the general election campaign, and yeah, she's admitted it. But she's a 25-year-old OnlyFans model, so that'd be good for business, wouldn't it? That'd be good for business. Deputy Senior Judge Tan Ikram adjourned sentences until December 16th and told her, "You have pleaded guilty to 2 serious charges. This was an unprovoked target attack on a now elected member of Parliament. I take a serious view of these offences, but I'm seeking a pre-sentence report." So there you go. I guess her milkshakes bring the boys to the yard, or not, but she does have an OnlyFans, so you'd have to check that out. She studied law, math and sociology and business at college, and she's been involved in politics since the age of 15. There you go. I do love the Groucho Marx eyebrows. They're very, very, very good. Very, very good. Meanwhile, this kind of ties in what we said with what I was talking about earlier. Joshua Setipa, who's the former Trade Minister for Lesotho, is a contender for the next Secretary General of the Commonwealth. And he said that the UK owes India more money than it has. Yeah. Here he is. And he says, yeah, you owe him. And Keir Starmer, here he is, he says, no, we don't. So yeah, again, maybe we don't make him leader of the Commonwealth. Yeah, number 10 is adamant that reparations are not on the agenda, and the government wouldn't pay him anyway. Yeah, he was quoted. He said, take India. If the UK were to calculate how much they have to pay India, I don't think it has that much money. Foreign Secretary David Lammy, who has spoken of being descended from slaves, called for reparations when he was backbench Labour MP. Now he's probably... Has he U-turned it? He said then, I'm afraid, as a Caribbean people, we're not going to forget our history. We don't want to hear apology. We want reparation. Well, he's got it. He's an MP now. But yeah, just imagine if we hadn't have freed the slaves, because remember it was us that freed them. Remember we started all that. Then maybe stuff had happened. I don't look. We are where we are, and this is it. This is it. We can't turn back the clock, and I don't think money's got to fix it. I think we just acknowledge the past. I need to acknowledge the past, but you can't fix the past, because again, if you trace all our ancestry back, we're all slaves once, or serfs, to the lord of the manor. Do we all get reparation? But it doesn't work for us. It only works for other people. Look at the Egyptians. Look how they made the pyramids. All those guys going to get reparations. It's never ending. It's a grift. It's all a grift. Everything's a grift. Every ideologue is a grift. Meanwhile, David Davis, or he's a sir now. I still call him David Davis. He is 90% certain that Lucy Letby is innocent. This is a case I've been following, and again, she was a former nurse who was accused of. Sorry, it's YouTube, and what you have to say now to negotiate words. Did away with young babies. Again, it was all circumstantial. I've read the case reports. And again, there's no smoking gun. There's no actual anyone seeing her do the crime. There's it's one of those ones where if I was on the jury, I'd have to acquit because it'd be circumstantial. And there was a time in British judiciary that if it was circumstantial evidence, you couldn't get a conviction. You needed, like I say, solid evidence to convict. It's not like some of the other similar cases that have happened. So yeah, but yeah, David Davis is he's asking for a retrial, and again, the courts do get it wrong sometimes. They do get it wrong. Here is David Davis. And I think, yeah, there's some shenanigans going on, and the NHS isn't a sacred cow it likes to think it is. There's some shenanigans that goes behind the scenes there. Again, not good. Meanwhile, there's fury at the National Gallery because there are long queues now. And why is that? Well, it's because of these guys. I'm just getting it queued up. It's because of these guys. Remember, they keep throwing soup over valuable works of art. And now, the National Gallery have imposed like bag searches, and no one's allowed to bring any liquids inside. So they just make everybody's life miserable, don't they? Yeah. So yeah, the new rules were introduced on Friday. Yeah, John Constable's Haywayne, Diogo Velasquez, Rokeby Venus, and Van Gogh's Sunflowers were targeted by Just Stop Oil activists. Meanwhile, pro-Palestinian activists from the group Youth Demand also pasted over Pablo Picasso's motherhood in October in protest at the sale of arms to Israel. It never ends. It never ends. No, yeah, this is them replacing. Well, doing something with the Haywayne. It's like. So yeah, you've got long queues. Stay at home, everyone. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Meanwhile, this is a documentary that's coming out at the end of the week. It's an interesting story. And the parents of Max Steen always thought that their son had led a fairly lonely and isolated life. Because he suffered from a degenerative muscular disease. I think it's Duchenne. Is it Duchenne? I can never say it. Duchenne's? I'll never say it right. Duchenne's? Yeah. Anyway, here he is. So yeah, he lived what they thought was an isolated life with this terrible, terrible illness, and he died. He passed at the age of 25. And they thought, what a shame. But in the Netflix documentary that's happening, what they didn't know, he had quite an active life online, which they'd actually discouraged. And on on World of Warcraft, sorry, he created his own character, Iberlain Redmore, and through that character, he lived an active life. And they only found this out after he died, and they were inundated by emails and contact from people that knew him online. And the first they knew of his secret life when they announced his death on his online blog, and they put an email address for people to contact their family. And they expected a few replies, but they weren't ready for the hundreds of strangers who were writing for them. And they didn't even know his previous, what would you call it, avatar name. Here he is in younger, healthier times. And they were knocked back by this. And he'd even had an online romance via the game, which is, well, again, it's pretty amazing stuff. And again, this is all going to be on the Netflix documentary, I think. So yeah, they were completely knocked back by the inundation of love and support. Again, they said, as parents, it discouraged him from being online too much. Hey, maybe you should cut down on your online use, because I thought it was isolating. But no, it was the contrary. So there is some good to come out of the internet. There is some good. It's not all bad. So you'll be able to watch all that on Friday. I think that's when that drops. If you're a Netflixer, if you haven't, I'll just spoil it for you. Meanwhile, disgusting survey reveals just how many people don't wash their hands after using the toilet. This is from Australia's Food Safety Information Council. They're talking about the Australians. That doesn't count. Apparently, almost a fifth of people don't always wash their hands after going to the toilet. Again, it always depends. It depends on where you are. You know, if you're at home, yeah, obviously. But if you're out and it's one of those, have you ever been to one of those dodgy toilets, public toilets, and it's like a little bit busy, and you know, I'm just in and out, you know, just want to get out of there. But yeah, apparently a fifth of people don't wash their hands properly. It's nice. What else have we got? Oh, here we go. We're getting on the woke woo woo train. Woo woo. Research conducted by the Taxpayers Alliance. I think are they a right wing body? I'm not sure. But anyway, they did a Freedom of Information request, and they found out that £655,000 was paid out by taxpayers, right, for, are you ready for this? Drag bingo. I don't even know what that is. Rainbow fudge. There's a joke in there somewhere about fudge packing, but I didn't go there. And pronoun badges to celebrate Pride Month. Yeah, this is the cost of funding LGBT themed events has rocketed by £100,000 year on year. The Greater London Authority is the biggest bill of 100. This is right for the whole country. The Greater London Authority had the biggest bill of £127,000, followed by Southwark Council £30,000, and Newcastle upon Tyne £25,000. But yeah, everyone's gone rainbow. Here you go. You can get your rainbow fudge. There you go. You know where to stick it. Oh, I guess it's the NHS who are behind that. Why are we doing all this? I mean, it's like, you know, it's like gay people have just been invented, isn't it? It's not gays that we're doing it. It's money for the QT crowd, isn't it? But yeah, that's a lot of money that can be spent. And then when they keep going on about all the billions that are being wasted, oh, and don't forget your pronoun badges. Look, they've even left them blank so you can put fuck off on them. Oh God, sorry YouTube. Oh, I'm going to end up in YouTube prison at this rate. And don't forget your rainbow coloured buses. Dog shipping. And yeah, so £650,000. That's, I don't know why she's barking. Oh, there's somebody at the door. So noisy. It's a record. There you go. You have to find out what it is. Keep you in suspense. That's put me right off. I wasn't expecting that today. That's put me right off me thing. God blimey, where are we? Meanwhile, if you're driving through McDonald's, you may have been surprised. But last thing you want is someone to trump in your fries. That joke only works in the UK, where to trump means to fart. And look, he's genuinely happy that President Trump, because I hate to say it, Michael Markman, he's not watching this, I doubt. He's probably not watching this. It looks like Trump is going to do it again. Oh man, mind you, it's a choice between a punch in the throat and a kick in the bollocks, isn't it? Really? Oh, I've done it again. Oh, I'm so demonetised or restricted or whatever they call it. But yeah, Donald Trump jumped behind the fryer at McDonald's in Philadelphia. He says, and after his shift, he says, I've now worked for 15 minutes more than Kamala. I quite like that. It's a good joke, that. And yeah, he was busy at the fryer, and here he is. I told you he's trumping in your fries. There he is. Look at that. He's a dab hand. He's a dab hand, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, that's a photo op, isn't it? Oh dear. So yeah, she's gonna have to pull out the old stops, the old Harris. Meanwhile, Elon Musk is offering £1 million a day giveaway. This is in Pennsylvania, which is a swing state, to voters who sign his gun and free speech petition. Isn't that bribery? Is that legal? I don't know. I don't think it is, but yeah. So yeah, you better sign up. Might win $1 million. What else have we got? Scrolling. Do that one. We've got a sports story. We could do this one. Is there a video? Yes, there is. This is former Liverpool goalkeeper David James. He returned to Anfield, and but there's an advert, and I'll explain what's going on in the video. Here we go. So a young Liverpool supporter, he's gonna take a goal, and David James saves it. Yeah, so and he let him have another go, and he saved it again. And this left the young boy absolutely gutted, and Liverpool fans were very, very, very angry. Yeah, the crowd booed him. Yeah. Yeah, David James returned to promote the Standard Charter's community engagement program called Future Makers, and he stopped a goal twice, and the crowd booed him. Come on, you can't let the kids have it that easy, can you? You can't let them have that easy. Meanwhile, this is a couple, Jessica and Jackson. Jackson, what name is that? Jaxom. Weston Brown. They decided to have their wedding photos in the supermarket where they first met. Gives a whole new meaning to taking her up the aisle. Now that sounds a lot cruder than I intended it to be. Yeah, apparently they got married at St Andrew's Church in Jevington, East Sussex, but they stopped at Waitrose for pictures because they met at the crisp aisle. There you go. Jessica said, it started as a joke a few years ago. One of our friends posted our group chat on Instagram reel. Someone had gone back to the place they met during their nuptials, and so they did it. They decided to head there, and here they are posing again. There you go. Could do that one. Dying for clicks. Influencers who bid for fame ended in tragedy. No, I don't think we're going to do that. Don't worry, I'm still here. What else have we got? Oh yeah, we've got to cover this one. Civil servants have been advised against using terms such as millennial, Generation X and baby boomers because they're offensive apparently way, I'm Generation X, best generation. But yeah, these descriptions are commonly used to identify various generations over the years. And now this is a new language guide produced for civil servants. They've recommended to refer to specific years or decades when people are born. It states, only refer to a person's age if it is relevant to the subject matter, and avoid using generational labels, as this can reinforce negative stereotypes. Right? Age-related descriptive language is also cautioned against. Among terms which should no longer be used are young at heart, old school, aged, the young, the elderly, young man or young woman. Young man. Lovely young man. We just limit our language, and so we just end up breaking things down to their component parts. If people are offended, really, am I offended? I'm offended when people call me a boomer, because I'm not. I'm Generation X, the coolest generation, and because that's used as like a slur, isn't it, to make you think that people are, I don't know, a little bit out of touch. But boomers are also, they're the richest generation because they got to buy their homes and make lots and lots of money. So yeah, boomers are bad, boo. But the thing is if the young folk have been in the boomer situation, they do exactly the same thing. So I guess we're all boomers, really, aren't we? We're all boomers at heart. So yeah, you've got to be use more inclusive language, like the young, the old. It includes people in a category. Just say the people. The people. But yes, there you go. Everyone's inclusive. Rubbish. Absolute rubbish. And how much have I done? I'll just do this quick one. Rugrats and Half Pints in Cirencester, Gloucestershire. It's a children's soft play area. They got into a bit of bother with their Halloween decorations and had to remove them because someone decided it would be a good idea to hang up a load of fake corpses in body bags at the play centre. They thought, yeah, the kids will love that. That'll be fun. No one will be traumatised by, I don't know, this. I think we should just ban Halloween. It's an Americanism. It doesn't belong here. We should go back to bobbing for apples. That's what we used to do. But yeah, again, one horrified mother said, when I saw them, I did a double take. Surely that can't be what I think it is. I just didn't want to have to explain this to my kids. Oh dear. The body bags were located at the back of the soft play area, which cannot be seen from the cafe, and therefore only by the children inside. So the parents, if they drop their kids off, they wouldn't necessarily even be aware of the body bags. She said, I spoke to some of the other parents who were shocked. A spokesman for the centre said, this is the first time someone has brought it to our attention, so of course we will take them down immediately. We didn't want to cause distress. Yeah, I don't know about it. I think people take it a little bit too far. So I'm putting like little ghosties out and the odd skeleton. But yeah, body bags. This is another one. A similar case happened with a lady called Caroline Ashley. Liverpool council worker rang her doorbell on September the 24th. That's a bit early, demanding she removed her decorations. And again, everyone's gone body bag crazy. I don't think it's very, very good. And again, I don't know about it. I think it's going a little bit too far. But I don't like Halloween anymore. I think it's cultural appropriation gone mad. Because it's an Americanism, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll do our animal story. This is, I guess we're going to call him Lucky. I don't think he's got a name. But yeah, this is at the Shakers pub in Essex. which is based in West Street in Harwich. Drinkers were shocked to see a hamster running down the street being pursued by a cat. So one quick thinking drinker, right, saved the little fella and scooped him up in a pint glass. There he is. Don't worry, he's not. That's not full of anything. He's enjoying. I think it's a grape. He'll give him a grape to eat. Yeah, they rescued him from the claws of the cat, and here he is, having a better time. Yeah, the Blue Cross in Suffolk took the hamster to a pet charity rehoming centre in Worsted near Ipswich, where he's going to be rehomed. And he's got a name, Sunflower, and has been rehomed already to a new owner in Thetford. There we go. And this is moments before he was rescued, running along the street. I wonder where he came from. He obviously escaped from someone. But yeah. A new owner who lives in Thetford said, I chose Sunflower because I love her rescue story. It's a lady hamster and I thought her name was cute. Although now we do sometimes call her Pumpkin, as she's getting spoiled daily with various foods and lots of love. And she's settled in well. And there you go. So good for those pub goers, eh? Thinking on their feet and saving Sunflower the hamster from, well, the claws of doom. Anybody in? Let's have a look. Oh, 10 people in. 2 likes. Is that what we've got? Payne's in. It's a good afternoon. Payne says Ant is the one on the side and Deck is on one on the other. It's easy to remember because Ant is the one who's the alcoholic. It's easy to remember. Ant, the alcoholic. It's easy to remember. That's how I remember it. He's the one that crashed into that family. Do you remember? He'd done similar things before, but it'd all been hushed up, You pay lots of money for a good solicitor and they can make these things disappear. Crashed into a family and the little kid who was with them said, Daddy, am I going to die? And he went, wait a minute, that's that guy from I'm a Celebrity. How do these people still have careers? I do not know. Dr. Oz says, I remember Ant and Deck in Baker Grove. Baker Grove, man! They don't seem to have changed that much at all. Their heads have got bigger. I think their heads are growing. Yeah, they're turning into prints where their heads are bigger than their bodies. Pace says, how dare we provide roads and sanitation? What have the British ever done for us? Eh? What have the British ever done for us? I just think I find it all rather amusing. We should be able to take back time. We should say, okay, we're not going to give you reparations, but we're going to rip everything up. We're going to rip up the railway. We're going to tactically destroy everything we left behind. And fuck you. But I do like it. Everybody now, we've got to be responsible for what happened then. Like, we made the decision. I got nothing to do with this. I don't know. I didn't do it. Why are you blaming me? I'm still waiting for my white privilege card to come in the post. Runs in. All right, Clive. This is hi, Darren. He goes, another week indeed. It goes so fast. And Payne says, good dog fetching for help indeed. Oz says, to quote Blazing Saddles, we don't need no stinking badges, indeed. And Bondi says, Steve Jones of the Pistols was right when he described politics as a choice between Coke and Pepsi. Oh, it's just, again, no matter what you do, I think we've reached a point in politics because there is a kind of an equilibrium, because people, we have all the nice things, we have toilets and electricity and homes, and we've got all this basic standard of living. Politics is kind of meaningless. I think left and right politics is rubbish. We need to get rid of all that. In fact, we need to get rid of politics completely. People's Parliament. And, and a lot of the decisions could be made by us. I believe in more like localised power rather than, I think more power should be divvied out regionally. But, left or right. I mean, look what's going on over here with Labour. It doesn't feel like we've got a Labour government. It feels like we've just got another bunch who are just like the other bunch. It's all blurring into one. It doesn't. There's no meaning to it, you know. And yeah, I think politics has kind of entered the doldrums. What's really worrying is, you know, there could be a lurch. There could be a lurch to more extreme politics, and you know, because it does happen. If you look historically, when you have these moments of, like I say, kind of inertia, there is this lurch, and that's no good. But what we can do is we can get some dog camming to brighten the mood. We can get some dog cam. There we have dog cam. There we go, dog cam. There you go. Shame Andrew's not in. He would have enjoyed that, unless he is in, and I missed him. Anyway, thank you for watching. Sorry about all that. I wasn't really with it today. My rhythm was off. That was the news. Killing the channel on one video at a time. You know, you've got to drink out. Ta-ta.